We started talking about a situation where Sam's older brother had hurt his hand, and his mom was like, "You're fine." Turned out that he was not fine.
She's listening, and she's like, "I can remember that day like it was yesterday." I was like, "Gosh,
No, Mom, I'm not okay.
Kyle is okay."
But sometimes kids do they just
They're
stub their
very
toe and they act like their toe fell off.
Yeah, so as a parent, you have that. Usually, you hope that your spidey senses will tell you, "Oh, that's really bad." But there are many times parents' spidey senses failed.
Yeah.
But
and
look at
I
all the
said,
calls.
the phone lines are full of people
Let's
who've been
just go
told,
right to
"You're
them."
fine."
Feel better.
We're going to start with Catherine, who actually said it to her child. She was not the child it was said to. Hi,
laughing.
Catherine. Welcome.
Hi. Why y'all gotta call me out like that?
You're laughing about it. All right, share with
Okay.
us.
How old was your child? And
Okay.
give us the whole situation.
He was about 9 years old. He was doing the skateboarding thing, and one of his friends, one of his friends had a birthday skate party. We're all at the skate park, and all of a sudden everybody hears a crash, and the parents, we're not paying attention. They're on skateboards. We're doing our thing over here. And my son comes up, and he's like, "Mom, I'm the one that fell. It kind of hurt." I was like, "Can you pick your arm up?" He's like, "Yeah." "Oh, it hurts." I was like, "You're fine. Go be with your friends."
Yeah, you're fine.
No.
And then
He did not turn away for more than 20 seconds, and he comes back and he sits down by me. And I see the tear coming out of his eye. 9 years old. He's like, "Mom, it really hurts." So I took him to the emergency room, and he ended up having to break, what is that, the clavicle thingy right there on your shoulder blade?
Oh, my God.
Oh, good God.
It
broke his
literally
clavicle?
broke in half. It broke in half.
Oh, God. You're like,
So
suck it up.
painful.
You're fine. I'm talking to some moms over here. Get away from me. I'm having social time.
It's a tough kid.
Yeah.
He's tough.
My best part of that story is when we were in there and they were fixing to set it, his arm or whatever, and put it in a cast because they can't really do surgery. They just have to suck it up and do that. They gave him a child dose of morphine.
Yeah.
And he literally looked at the doctor and he's like, "Can I take some of that to go?"
Oh, my gosh. Poor buddy. How long did it take for that thing to heal back? How long did it take for a clavicle to
Well, and I don't know if that's the right word. It's the bone that goes from your shoulder to your arm. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's the long, skinny bone that goes from your neck to your shoulder.
Yeah, right.
Whatever that is.
Isn't that your collarbone?
Sounds right. Oh, yeah.
Collarbone.
collarbone.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But wow.
That's
So what was
what
the
it was.
recovery on that? When did it fuse back together? After how long?
It took about a month or two. I mean, he had to wear that little thing on his shoulder for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Smokes.
Did they
Yeah,
have to put any plates or anything in there or any rods?
Nope. They said there was nothing they can do. There's no surgery they can do.
It's
It's
still
just
growing.
got to heal on its own.
His bones are still growing. That's a weird time.
And
Hope
he
gave up
made it.
skateboarding.
He made it through. He's 33 now. He's good.
That's his story. Well, Catherine, we appreciate you
33.
listening to our show. Thank you so much for sharing your story. You're not alone. The phone lines are full of mamas and dads who are like, "You're fine. Keep playing." I'm sad that Allison had to go because she had to convince her mother after a year. She had to have knee surgery because it was hurting so bad.
Ooh.
But she had to go off to work.
A year?
Wow. She complained. Her mom's like, "Oh, I guess something really is wrong with you." Let's go to Crystal. She's up next. Hi, Crystal. Good morning. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show.
Hello.
Good morning.
Was it about you as the child or you as the parent?
It's about me as the child.
Okay. How old were you and what happened?
I was 12. I had just gotten home from school. It was a UIL performance. I'm in my white tuxedo shirt, and I'm excited to call my friend. So I grab my phone, run outside. I climb the ladder to my treehouse, and I get to the top, and the ladder breaks, and I fall all the way through to the ground.
Oh, no.
And my little sister's out there, and she's like, "Haha, you're fine." Like siblings, like. And she comes over, and I'm like, "No, help me. I can't get up." And she kicked me and, ran off.
She kicked you and ran off.
That's
such a sibling thing to do. You're fine.
So what was wrong?
Well, hold on. Before you tell us what's wrong, then what happens? Does she go get your mom, or she just leaves you out there alone? Like roadkill.
Rainstorm coming.
she left me out there. So for 30 minutes, I laid on the ground trying to get myself up, but not.
Whoa.
Because it's like every time I would roll to get up, I could feel like my shoulder like not coming with me.
Oh, God.
So,
Gracious.
So did your parents
So
come and
then,
find you?
my mom came outside. She helped me up, and then she's like, "Okay, well, what do you want to do?" And she's like, "Well, do you want to wait till your dad gets home?" And I was like, "We'll wait till Dad gets home."
Mm-hmm.
So we waited a while till he gets home from work, and then he's like, "Pick up your arm. Pick up your arm." I'm like, "I can't." So I pick it up a little bit and start shaking. I'm like, "I can't. It hurts." He's like, "Pick up your arm. You know, like you're okay." So I pick it up. It starts shaking, and then you see it like literally break and hang. Like,
Oh, God.
So
No, Crystal, I cannot.
but it never hurt. I guess when I fell, it was a clean break though. It just broke the bone to my
Uh-oh.
Oh,
It
from
broke
the
up.
socket,
okay.
and then we went to the doctor, and then they're like, "Well, you're going to need surgery," and they said I was going to have the cast where like your arms up like a. I don't know, like up in the air, like in the like.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
with a
with that thing that
ball or
sticks to your,
something.
like, your
Sticks to your
wrist.
body? Oh
Keep
my
your arm
God.
up.
After how many
So-
days, though, Crystal, did you actually get to the
It was-
real doctor?
It was 3 days later because I had to see like a pediatric specialist because I didn't know how to fix the break.
3 days.
Did they attach like a rod or something to it?
I ended up getting a pen and then just a body wrap, and they were able to wrap it down around my body.
Now you said
So
3
I
days.
still went like
You went 3 days
3 days
before you saw.
later, and then
Was that the first time you saw the doctor? 3 days, or did you see a doctor that night?
I saw the doctor that night, but
Okay.
they were just like, "You're going to have to schedule with a specialist, and
So they know
you'll
it
have
was
to
bad.
figure out what
Yeah,
to do."
because they don't know how to
Oh,
repair
my
that. You have to go to like
God.
a
Yeah, specialist.
surgeon that
Is
actually
it all
can
good
repair
now?
that.
You're just, no
Yeah.
residual issues from that?
It doesn't go up all the way.
Yeah.
Have you
Whoa.
got revenge on your sister? Have you kicked her?
Yeah, for leaving you there?
And
Oh
I
my
did. So
gosh.
no, I got revenge. So a couple years later, I was out. It was my homecoming night, and then she went to the skating rink, and it was a skating rink I worked at. And then she tripped and fell on herself and broke her own arm.
Oh.
And
You kicked
she
it?
broke both bones, and it like came out. It was so bad. It like came out of her skin. It shattered.
Oh, God.
Boy.
Called karma.
Whoa, girl.
So
and
we
then what
leave
did you
and
do?
we
You
go
left
pick
her
her
there?
up.
You left her there on the skating rink? You were skating around her during Dancing
In the
Queen?
middle?
During Dancing
Doing
Queen?
the hokey pokey and she's in the middle? Oh, right. Yeah.
We put her arms like on some magazines like to hold it to keep it still to drive to the hospital, but it was my job to hold her arms still. So
Ugh.
it didn't stay very still on the way to the hospital. There was a few bumps in the way.
I was like, oh, sweet
Oh,
bump.
my.
Ow, ow.
Wow,
gosh.
Crystal, what a story. Holy cow, that's crazy. Thank you so much.
Roula.
I was going to say holy smokes, but I said holy cow
Holy
instead.
blank.
Holy Toledo. Thank you, Crystal, for calling. Megan's up next. If you're just
Everybody
tuning
wants to know,
in.
why does Ryan keep wanting to know if everyone has a rod in them?
Oh, I didn't know. Because he has a rod?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got a rod?
Yeah. I just was wondering if that's how they repaired them. I mean, I have never understood why some people get their jollies putting other people down, where they tell them, hey, you're never going to amount to anything.
Maybe it's not jollies. I don't think they realize it.
They think they're doing that person a favor to
that's
just
a-
let them know.
But their words
hey,
are
listen,
cruel.
don't try that hard in life.
That's the hurtful part.
Life is going to beat you down.
I'd almost respect you more if you were knowing you were being a jerk to
Intentionally
me.
inflicting damage on me, but you're just so,
S9, you're
yeah,
head
you're
in the
aloof.
clouds.
You don't know that your words are hurting people.
And many times, as much as we love our teachers and people in the educational field, they are the motivation for the I'll show you, because it usually comes from that young age where some teacher didn't believe in you.
And sometimes in a teacher's defense, they see somebody and maybe that kid's just really bad and they can't see that kid turning into something and they should not say anything at all.
Anything.
But as a human being, we're all humans. I could see when you're upset, you're dealing with this kid for a year and you see something. You
It does
say
hurt. My guidance counselor, to this day, I still can remember his words like, hey, college isn't for everybody, Ryan.
Well, that's great motivation for you.
You bet. I went. It was more of like oh yeah, I'll show you.
Did you show him though? I mean, did you go
I
to him?
did. I
Did you show him?
graduated like
Did you show him your paycheck?
Did you show
I
it
didn't
to
go
him?
back. I didn't go back and say, see, look at me
Give me his
now.
name. I'll find him for you. We'll
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Eric does. Closure.
you give me his info.
Next
we will.
closure, it's Ryan
I graduated
Jason,
a million
teacher
years
who told
ago.
him he sucks.
He's got to be dead by now.
We'll get his family. We'll go around.
Oh, it'll taunt his descendants.
Let's go to TJ on the line at 713-390-KRBE, who has a story of said teacher that said he's terrible. Why? Why did your teacher hate you, TJ? Good morning.
So I went to this community college. I started in 2017, and, it's the usual. You're supposed to do 2 years. Well, I kind of slacked off the first semester, so I had to stay a little bit longer. And then I had to drop out one semester because the price of tuition was too expensive. And, at that point, I had teachers telling me that I should just give up on college because there's no way I'm going to graduate now after already losing a semester, basically. But I was determined to get it done. And after 4 long years, I graduated with an associate's. And then we released our fan film, Scream Legacy, which is currently at 200,000 views on YouTube.
Whoa.
We're currently filming another one called Men in Cars this weekend. And on top of that, I am currently releasing music on all streaming platforms, and I have an EP set to release later this year.
Whoa! How do we find it?
Give it
How
a
do we
shout out.
find it?
Yeah, I want to find it.
So for the music, it's under the name TJ Gatsby, TJAYGATSBY. And for Scream Legacy, it's on YouTube under the channel Zen House Studios.
Zen.
That's a lot of people to watch it for something that's not easy to get to. You know what I mean? It's not like
Studio.
it's not on Netflix
And,
where it just pops
right,
up.
right,
What is it called? One of the original actors, also Jamie Kennedy, who also played B-Rab in Malibu's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
He also watched the movie and commented on it as well.
Really?
Awesome, TJ.
awesome.
Bravo.
I like that.
Congratulations,
Look at you now.
man.
Thanks so much, man, for listening to our show. We really appreciate you, TJ.
Yeah,
like-
listen every day. Love you guys.
Love you too,
Thank
honey.
you.
Take care.
Life is not a
Congratulations.
race because sometimes I think as we look at our, kids that graduate the same time as you or the same age as you, and you see
Oh,
them
yeah.
doing bigger things, just think of it as a marathon.
It's easy
Not a
for you to
sprint.
say
Not
that
a
now,
sprint.
but when you're in the moment, it's hard to realize that. I remember graduating from college, and all my friends were successful and doing stuff. I was living in a garage, working 4 jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that
And-
was graduating from college. You had just started. The race had
But
just
what
started.
Eric is saying is
But
that
you
you
see your-
can't see
your-
that. It hurts. You're like, man, I did something wrong. Everybody's kicking ass. and I'm
Especially if
not.
you're in the same field.
Mhm.
So you're in accounting, they're in accounting, and they're like working for like some big, like Deloitte or something, making big bucks.
Let's go to Elizabeth for Look at Me Now here on the Roula and Ryan Show and 104.1 KRBE. Hi, Elizabeth. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Hi.
morning.
Who
How
was
are
the
y'all?
person that told you you can't? Who was it? Teacher, mother, sister, cousin, aunt, friend, coworker?
My coworker, actually. So I've been working there for years, right? And I decided to finish my degree because, I was taking classes little by little and I was never going to finish. And, like everybody wants to, get ahead, like you were saying, make better money for your family. And the thing is that my husband had a heart attack 3 years ago, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
And I was like, oh, my God. And, we cannot live on a salary that's making maybe $20,000 a year.
Uh-huh.
So I decided I'm going to quit my job and I need to go back to school so I can better for myself and for my family. And so then I found out that the person was saying that I wasn't going to be able to do it, that I needed to work.
She worked here for a long
because I
time.
needed
She
to
can't
help
do
my
it.
family.
She's not going to finish school. She won't have time.
But I'm actually, so I quit my job like 2 years ago, and I'm actually graduating in May, and I'm graduating with honors.
Congratulations.
Elizabeth, what field is your degree in?
Psychology.
Okay. So
Have you ever gone back and talked to that girl?
Psychoanalyzer?
Well, no, I don't. But I mean, I kind of wanted to and be like, hey, look at me now.
I'd be the better person.
Yeah.
Is your husband okay?
Yeah, no,
You said your husband had a heart attack.
yeah, he is. Thank God. He actually is. God gave him more time with us. So yeah, he's actually really good. So I'm very happy. But during that time, I was like, oh my God, something happened. And he's the, like everybody, my husband's the breadwinner of the family. So I was just like, oh my gosh, yeah, I need to do something for our family just in case.
So
You
you
never know.
Scary.
But you did psychology. How does it? I always thought about like if I had a heart attack, I'd be so scared like to do anything afterwards, like from having sex to working out to doing anything. Did he have that worry for a few months?
yeah.
Is there after your heart attack, do you go
No.
do therapy for that for your brain? Because
Like-
that could be a mind screw in your head. Like I don't want to have a heart attack again.
Yeah, so I can't do anything extraneous,
Well-
strenuous.
Well, no, his was like nothing. Like he was fine. It was more. So when he had a heart attack, we actually found out that he also had diabetes, which we never knew. So the hardest thing for him was he has to take like 6, 7 medications every day.
Okay.
And I think, a lot of those medications have a lot of side effects.
Okay.
And some of those side effects are not good. So that was his biggest issue, was taking all these medications. And then one of the hardest things was, we had to change. We were good, healthy eaters, but
You
now
changed
we
your
were just
diet. What was the cause of his
Yeah,
heart attack? Was it like
completely.
blocked arteries or what?
Yeah, he actually had 2 stents put in his heart.
Okay.
You sound pretty young,
he
Elizabeth.
needed
How
a
old is your
third
husband who had a heart attack? I'm just...
let me tell you, he was 31.
What?
Yeah.
31.
31
Yes.
years old and need 2 stents in his heart already. Wow, that's really
And if it runs in the
unbelievable.
family, you should get that checked out for
Gosh.
sure.
Well, I'm glad he's okay. And I'm glad you're graduating with honors, Elizabeth. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much for listening to our show. Big hugs from the Roula and Ryan Show. If you're just tuning in, we're doing Look at Me Now. It's where somebody told you you're not going to succeed at that. And then you did. Robert is up, and it's one of these kinds of stories of, you're not good enough for me. I'm out. Hey, Robert, what happened to you? Good morning.
So I was with my ex, close around 10 years. We got engaged. I had started working at a company. I've been with the company now for 3 years. But when I started the company, I started from the very bottom, and I had to work my way up. Well, while I was working there, I was only making $16 an hour starting out. And her dad convinced her that I wasn't a provider. She needed to be with a real man, someone who's going to take care of her long term. And he convinced her to leave me.
Oh.
So she left me and got with another guy.
Oh, man.
And 3 years later, I worked my way up through the company, and now I'm making around $100,000 a year with some overtime, but I'm now making $100,000 a year. And her current fiance, she just got him a job at the same company, starting out where I started with the company.
Oh, so she's living her life 3 years ago.
But aren't you glad that you found out then, instead of down the line, that she's not somebody that would stand by your side? She didn't believe in you. So it's better to find out then than to be
Or
with
did
that
she
person.
believe in him, but her family power was stronger than her own?
If your family can talk you out of it, then they're
her
not.
own.
Please don't panic. Hit Roula and Ryan's panic button.
Please give me the answer.
On KRBE.
Okay, you can leave a comment on our listener line, which is 713-278-VENT. If it's a pressing matter, let us know. Hey, this is a panic button situation here.
So here's the phone call we received. Let's hear what it's all about.
All right, so I'm kind of in a pickle here. I want to start off by saying my wife is a great cook, fantastic cook, right? Love my wife's cooking. However, lately she's been trying all these new things, and she just got big into TikTok, and so she sees all these recipes. Some of these, she just has no filter. She's trying all of them, right? Some of them really good. Can't complain. Some of them are just total misfires. One thing she did was, I don't know if it's trendy or she showed me a video, but people just they make pasta and red sauce and garlic bread, and they dump it on the table and just eat it off of the table like it's a crab boil. I don't really understand it. I don't know. I haven't said anything yet. Am I just being ungrateful here? Or, I don't know, can I say something and just say, hey, you know what? Why don't we just make something that we know we like versus trying something crazy? I don't know what to do here.
Okay.
All right,
You
TikTok
are
food.
being ungrateful. The fact that she's wanting to prepare you meals and do all this stuff for
Yeah,
you.
but that's a mess.
But she's going to do that anyway. She wants to try something new because probably she's tired of you doing the same old. Text us at 37530.
Is he talking about dumping it literally on the table with no, not in a bowl or a plate?
Well,
or
have you seen all
anything?
that TikTok stuff? Like the butter boards was a big thing for a long time. Like, oh my God, the butter board. I cannot with the butter boards. It's a charcuterie board and the baseline is butter and they put all the stuff on top. So you swipe the butter as you eat it with the ingredients on top. And it's like this. It's like the thing. It's like just viral stuff, right? Now, listen, a little close to home, years ago, I remember my husband's parents had come to visit us. They live in Dallas. And my father-in-law said to us about my mother-in-law, she's a Greek woman. She knows how to cook. And they've been married like 30-something years, and she always makes the same stuff. But now she started getting like these new Facebook twists to these Greek recipes, and she's always trying instead of doing everyone's been to a wedding where you saw the little triangular spanakopita. It's spinach and cheese, little puff phyllo triangles. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
She'd make that, but now she makes it with a sweet potato. And he's like, "What is this?"
But when you make an experiment, for me, I love cooking, and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. But if I'm trying something new for the first time, I will make a small portion, just try an experiment. I'll try and eat it first and make sure it's okay before I serve a misfire.
I feel like we're missing one of the big points here is that it's not so much the food that she's making. It's this new thing that she wants to make a damn mess.
Right.
And also it doesn't sound very cleanly, like sanitary.
So you're saying
straight off
the table.
You got to make sure the table's clean.
No plates, no board, no nothing. It's just not even like paper. You're just pouring it on the table.
Animals.
One person on text says, you should limit this to once a week to try something that she saw on TikTok. Another person said, it's ridiculously stupid. They've seen the person that this listener line's wife is trying to emulate, and it's not their favorite. Another person said, well, he's being honest, but he should at least try to help. Maybe the opposite should be, you know what, babe, I'm going to make dinner tonight, and I'm going to do this. Or, let's go out to eat. Or let's order in. Or, I think the once a week is a good, neutral zone. Can you play that call one more time for some people just tuning in? Because one person's like, I don't know what we're talking about. Are they talking about TikTok Maria? He didn't say TikTok Maria in the call, did they?
No.
Okay, let's hear it again.
All right, so I'm kind of in a pickle here. I want to start off by saying my wife is a great cook, fantastic cook, right? Love my wife's cooking. However, lately she's been trying all these new things, and she just got big into TikTok, and so she sees all these recipes. Some of these, she just has no filter. She's trying all of them, right? Some of them really good. Can't complain. Some of them are just total misfires. One thing she did was, I don't know if it's trendy or she showed me a video, but people just they make pasta and red sauce and garlic bread, and they dump it on the table and just eat it off of the table like it's a crab boil. I don't really understand it. I don't know. I haven't said anything yet. Am I just being ungrateful here? Or, I don't know, can I say something and just say, hey, you know what? Why don't we just make something that we know we like versus trying something crazy? I don't know what to do here.
Okay, so the thing dumping on the table is definitely a thing. One person said the spaghetti is on a tablecloth. Another person says
they have a saran wrap.
It's supposed to clean up easy, but if you don't put a saran wrap or a foil on the tablecloth, then it won't clean up easy.
Here's the TikTok video. She's got her table lined with saran wrap. She just dumps all the pasta on the table, and then she pours the marinade with the meat sauce on it, and then sprinkles cheese on it, and everybody just digs into the pile.
No.
I don't know.
Just use a plate.
Here, Kevin, can you?
One person said, what are they, barbarians? Don't have a table. Another person says, I am not a dog. I don't want to eat off the table.
Yeah. You might as well just have a trough at the table. We're all going to eat out of the big trough.
It might be funny for your kids. I can see, if you have, for me, I've got 3 kids.
Are you kidding me?
You're trying to teach your kids manners.
No, but it's unexpected. It's like having breakfast for dinner and surprising them. You know what I mean? They'll remember, oh my God, this one time my mom dumped all the food on the table. We'd say like that.
That is memorable, and maybe it would work in that instance, but this is like 2 adults eating here. I don't think that's going to work.
I don't know. But maybe they're trying to be primal or something.
I don't think there's anything wrong with trying new things. I know my partner and I get bored of the same old crap that I make every single week.
Do you have a rotation now? I have a rotation of meals that I do.
Yes, and I think I've become bored with them as well. So I went on to Epicurious, and I found new recipes for every day this week and last week.
Have you ever bought an old school cookbook?
Yes.
I love cookbooks.
They're kind of fun.
It's my favorite book.
It's really easy to do it online. You grab your iPad or something, you're looking, but then you start tinkering with the recipe, and it's you got to follow it exactly the way it's done.
The thing that I struggle with is what is for dinner? What am I feeding my kids? What am I doing? I mean, in my marriage, my husband knows the drill. He's driving home from work and he goes, so am I on my own for dinner, or is there anything? Because our day is so insane. Yeah. If I don't get something going by 2 o'clock,
quick and easy, I would think.
It's not going to happen. If I really want to make a real meal, guys, I got to get it going at 2 o'clock or else it's not happening, because 3 o'clock is pickup time. At 4 o'clock is pickup time. We have 2 different pickup times. Then by the time you want to do the after school thing, or there's a softball practice starts at 4:45, it's over. And I know a lot of people swear by their crock pots and they swear by the Instant Pots. I just don't know why I'm not programmed this way. I'm just not.